Today I'm going to be talking to you about manual Forex trading and discretion and how those two things in combination can really make for some powerful trading. Now you probably have seen before on YouTube or some guru or some website showing you stats that look just like this, where somebody has gained 1,507%, $4,500 profit, and they show you a screenshot of this. And they did this in just 33 days. This is actually my stats, and this is how I was able to profit last month. But the reality is, eventually the account blew because I was risking too much of my account on every single trade. But the cool thing about this is that I was able to be smart about it and withdraw $3,778 on a $1,097 account. So you may have seen this video that I launched back on July 21st. It shows 830% profit in 30 days on a live account. So that account was eventually turned into this, uh, even higher than this. It shows 1500%, but I did end up going to about 1600% profit before I blew the account on, I think it was the 35th day. This shows the 33 days. So this kind of trading is very volatile. It's kind of like jackpot trading. This is what pretty much every single trader out in the world does pretty much. This is the kind of trading that you see, and this is the kind of trading that you understand and know and want, because isn't it ideal to make 830% profit in 30 days, right? Everybody wants to do that. The problem is that all these people that you're following and taking this guidance and advice from and buying these courses from, they're not showing you that eventually everything comes crashing down and they lose their entire account. This is my account. This is what happened. Ended up blowing my account on the 35th day. But the smart thing about what I did was I made withdrawals all along the way. So I made almost $4,000 in withdrawals on a $1,000 account. So therefore, I still came out with a for almost a $4,000 gain, okay, from trading like this. But the problem is that most people don't do that. They have their greed takes over and they can't make the withdrawals because when they see 1,600%, they think, well, damn, if I would have just left my money in and let it compound, I would be 160,000 or 16,000 or whatever the number is. The problem is that that's just not smart trading. So, what have I been doing this month? I've changed some things up. I've gone back to trading and testing things out. I'm now at 50% with a 7% drawdown. So that's still really high gain. This is still high risk trading, but I've taken down my risk by 50 to 100%. I'm also taking less trades. And so what that looks like is a still very high win rate of about 78% out of 23 trades and a really good gain. So I don't know what's going to happen this month, but what I do know is that high gains are possible in short bursts, but it's not sustainable. My goal right now in this channel and with my manual trading in general is to see how far manual trading can be taken on a consistent basis. Yeah, I could make huge profits this month if I really push things, but I want to see how sustainable these high gains are and to what level. For example, one of the best traders that I know of is called his name is Anthony Wins, and his trading account is here on my FX book. I think he's one of the best traders in the world, and I've said that to a few people. I think his drawdown is manageable in the 20% area. He's made a lot of profit. He's very consistent every single month, and has been since he started back in about 2016. He's increased his gains a lot, and his trading really started picking up in 2018. This is the kind of trading that I do. It's very similar. It's not because I know exactly what Anthony's doing. I only found him a few months ago. But this kind of trading is what I see to be lucrative and profitable. And because of my uh, experimenting with over 160 algorithmic strategies over the last 7 years that I've built, all based on really good methodology and money management systems. And this goes for pretty much just Forex trading in general. Out of those 160 algorithms and systems that I tested and built, only a handful of them, 3 to 5 of them, are really good over the long term. And so my manual trading skills, the ones that you see here, and the ones that you also saw here, and the ones that made the 1600% just last month, are incorporating some of the best ideas that I know of from all the systems that I have incorporated into my trading over the last 7 years. And what does that turn out to look like? A very similar type of trading strategy and idea that Anthony Wins is going for, which is one of the few people that I think it has the right idea of high risk trading and profiting from it. I also think that he's pushing his numbers as much as he can, up to 10 to almost 15%. As you can see, he's almost breaking 10% every single month here. I think that these numbers are really high. 10% is basically the maximum threshold of what can be sustainable. Yes, I am pushing those numbers a lot right now with 50% gains in a week. But I'm going to continue to scale that down and to see what's possible with my trading, with my ideas. Who knows? Maybe I can beat Anthony with the profit that I'm making. I'm not going to really know that until I have probably 3 to 6 months of a manual traded track record. Nobody's going to show you their manual trading track record for longer than a few days or a week or something like that. Nobody does it. They just show you the trades that they had that were winners that day, and that's it. I'm going to be trying to keep my channel and my videos updated when it comes to manual trading to show you what's possible with my discretion and my ideas. And I'm going to actually show those to you on my charts right now. I'm going to show you some of the trades that I took and what they look like. So the winning trades, I'm also going to show you the winning trades and the losing trades, so you can have a better idea of how this whole thing actually turns out to be. So the ones that I took today on the pound Canadian dollar were these two trades actually. Actually, I think there were 3 of them altogether. So these were based off of the 4-hour chart. This was a big engulfing reversal candle, showing the bottom and a potential to rise right here. And I was able to jump in right after that happened. It was a good entry. My first entry did bounce down a bit, and I'm going to show you what that looked like on the 5-minute chart to show you where I went back in. Okay, so the first trade was taken right here. The market went against me. I saw the engulfing candle with a nice wick on the bottom on the 5-minute chart, re-entered a second position, and caught the move back up. Ended up closing both trades for a realized profit right there. Okay, and I ended up taking a third trade on this one. This one was also based on the 1-hour chart. So I took this one, basically an hour later. I waited for this candle. I really liked the look of this candle with the wick on the bottom and a pretty solid close in the body, and entered on the next candle and took about 10 pips profit. And then luckily it was basically the maximum I could take, and it fell right after that. I could have probably entered another one right after this with this engulfing candle really showing some momentum, some pressure. So this engulfing candle showed potential for upside, and it was basically canceled out with this next engulfing candle on the downside. So this would have been a good entry. Didn't take it because I already had enough trades today at over 5%, I think close to 6% profit today. Yep, 5.5%, and it went over trade. So I stayed out. Okay, so let's still use some losing trades because they did happen. Okay, so here is the losses on the Aussie CAD. The Aussie CAD losses were unfortunate because I took them on the 1-hour chart here. So this was a nice engulfing candle showing a potential reversal happening. I was only going to look for about 10 pips profit there, and the market fell pretty hard, or the pair fell pretty hard after that. Basically entered my trade and it went against me right off the bat. So I looked for a possible reversal point when it came to the price action, and I saw this candle here, which it was okay, it wasn't amazing. So I entered 2 trades and expecting that to bounce back up And for the push from the 1 hour to continue, it didn't and fell. So I saw it keep falling, and that this basically with this reversal area being canceled out by these candles here closing below it, and realized that it's not looking great. But what I did see was the pound Canadian dollar closing with this 1 hour chart or a candle and more potential on the upside. So I entered more risk on this trade right here on the pound Canadian dollar and ended up closing, allowing me to hedge out my bad positions on the Aussie CAD. I was able to close out for a small profit. What that looks like is these 3 trades, or these 4 trades right here. So you can see the Aussie CADs, right? So those 4 trades. So I have the $64 profit and then all these losses right here. So this profit from the pound Canadian dollar is a counteracted the loss of the trades on the Aussie CAD. So this is a very similar technique to what Anthony does. If he has a losing trade, he tries 1 or 2 more times more with potentially the same risk or a little bit more risk to counteract the losses that he was having on another pair. And so I don't know if it's just because we're thinking similarly here, but it's something that how I think is the best way to approach manual trading. So all in all, I'm still experimenting with my manual trading to see what kind of profit is sustainable over the longer term. Now, according to what I've seen from all the accounts that I've viewed and seen online, I've seen a lot of different things. Anthony Wins has the best chance of a sustainable type of trading idea, at least in my eyes. Am I ever going to be as good as him? I don't know. It's to be unknown. My manual trading um, has been something that I haven't done a lot of, and I'm just exploring back into it now. But my ideas are shared with his, and so we'll see how things continue to go. But I do think that sustainable profits over 10% are very difficult to do, and that likely means that my 50% is still too high. But since I'm dealing with low balances of $1,000 to $2,000, I've decided to scale down instead of scale up. If I was dealing with a $10,000 or more account, then I would be looking at scaling up. So starting with a lower risk and seeing how much that can be scaled to a bigger level. But since I'm dealing with smaller balances, I'm going this route. So I will continue to update everybody on how things are going. My $792 is getting pretty close to my $1,000 threshold. So once I reach $1,000, I will make a withdrawal of this account and get that much closer to breaking even when it comes to high risk trading. And so we'll just continue to keep pushing this account. It's going to be public, so you'll be able to see how much profit I make. You'll be able to see when my losses happen. And yeah, I don't have anything to hide here, guys. You should understand that this isn't an experiment. It's to help me understand how manual trading works, how discretion, how powerful discretion is. I think that's really about. It's not about how manual trading works because I know how manual trading works and have for the last 15 years, but it's a discretion. As you know, algorithms don't have a lot of discretion. They just follow a set rule base. And to me, I find that to be very limiting. And so when it comes to actually picking the trades and looking at all the crosses to see what the markets are actually doing, I think that discretion can be a powerful tool. And that's what video, this manual video series that I'm doing is all about. And that's why you'll see more updates. You'll see my findings to see what is possible. Because I don't feel like anybody out there, on you, at least that I'm seeing, is really giving you an honest picture of what trading really is. And I think the reason for that is because they just don't want to be looked at as a bad trader, especially if they have a business behind their face, their public face. They only want to show you the good things because they want to make sales, right? Um, and my trading hasn't always been great, and I've shown a lot of the bad times. And unfortunately, those bad times, people are very judgmental towards them. They think, oh, you're such a bad trader. Why are you even doing this publicly? Why are you showing these things? So it's so unfortunate, and it's also very weird that when you show the honesty, People always find ways to complain, even if somebody's trying to be different and more transparent. And so it may be one reason why there's not a lot of people out there portraying trading in the way I do. Is because they know that they're going to be picked on no matter what. Um, anyway, so for my next video, I'm going to be releasing an update for Road to 400% Trading Journal revolving around the Ranger Expert Advisor. That's going to be coming out sometime near the end of this week or early next week. And we'll do updates whether we have trades in drawdown or trades in profit. I'm going to be telling you it all. Nothing left behind there. It's going to be all about honesty and showing you what's happening with that. Okay. Until next time. See you guys later.